What's up, folks? Today we're going to install a recirculation pump for my Livewell. If you watched the last video, I did a Livewell pump install and it turned out pretty good. So we're going to put this recirculation pump in the Livewell. That way I can circulate water in there and keep these fish alive. I've got just a bilge pump. It's a 360 gallon per hour, and this came with the boat, so I'm just going to utilize it. If I was going to go buy one, I'd probably get a 500, but I think this is going to work just fine. I've hooked it up to a battery and it seems to be working properly. So what I've done is I've got a piece of this Livewell tubing. This is, I believe this is 1/2 inch tubing, and I put a plug in it. So I put this plug in here so the water cannot go out this side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small drill bit and I'm gonna drill a bunch of little holes in here. So when the water is forced through this tube, it'll spray out and it'll kind of make like a bubble spray or something. So the water's gonna be recirculating and it's gonna be oxygenized. And then I will take some adhesive and I'll actually glue this thing to the bottom of the Livewell. And as far as mounting this hose to the side of my Livewell, let me see, I got some of these little conduit mounts. I got crap laying around here everywhere. I gotta find them real quick. Here we go. So these are just little conduit clamps, and I'm going to mount, this will be the side wall of my Livewell. And I'm going to mount these like this to hold that tube up high as I can to get a good spray. I actually bought the wrong size. These are 1 inch. So I think I'm going to go back to the store and get probably 1/2 inch. I may end up just buying 3/4 and 1/2 inch just so I don't have to make an extra trip. You know, one thing about doing these build projects is you buy something, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you're making a lot of trips to the hardware store. You got extra stuff, you know, but the nice thing is these little things they're like, I don't know, it's like $3 for a 5-pack, so you're not out a lot of money if you screw up and do the wrong size. So let's get started on this build. Here's our Livewell pump that we installed, and this is where the recirculation pump is going to go. I left enough space over here in the corner so I can set this thing right here. I can have all my wiring running up here and along the top of the Livewell, and I'll take it out this side. And I'm gonna put some adhesive on this to fasten it to the bottom of the Livewell. This is gonna be my tube. I'm gonna drill holes in this, and it's gonna be mounted something like this. I'm gonna use these clamps, kind of go right here, and then I'll put another one right up here, and it should hold it in place. And I've got this cap in here. It's going to force all the water to spray down. Pretty easy install, but I think it's going to make a big difference. Well, I couldn't find exactly what I needed at the hardware store, but I did find something that I think is going to work. It's a plastic hanger strap. So it's just this strips of plastic. Seems to be fairly durable, and it's already pre-drilled. I'll probably have to drill these holes out and make them a little bit bigger, but I can use this, cut it in little pieces, and I can use this to wrap around that tubing and fasten it to the inside of the Livewell. Okay, I've cut me 3 of these plastic strips that I think are going to hold, that are going to work for holding that tubing up, and I'm getting ready to start drilling these holes out. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do. And I also created a boat mod playlist, and I'll link it at the end of this video. It's gonna have all the boat modification stuff I'm doing on my new boat, so you can just get on that playlist and go through it and check them out. I'm just gonna be drilling the holes out in this plastic strap, make them bigger for my bolts. Okay, I've got these holes set up to where this little bolt will go right through there. So So it's time to drill holes in the live well. Okay, I got this sitting in here like I want it. Now I'm gonna kind of fit this tube in here. I need to leave enough room for this tube to go right up against this corner over here. So that's looking about right. I think I'm gonna put this first strap right in this area right here, right on that bend. So I'm just gonna take my little Sharpie here and make a little mark where I need to come through with that drill bit. So right there, that's gonna be my first hole. And I'm well above the water line, and I'll still put some silicone in there just to make sure it doesn't leak out. Let's see how that looks. It's gonna sit like that. I think that's gonna work just fine. Okay, we got the first strap on, and that bend looks pretty good. It's gonna give me enough clearance. So now I'm gonna drill small holes all along in here to let that water spray. And I probably could have done that before I mounted this first one, but I am right here, so we're gonna stay right here, and we're just gonna take an 1/8 inch drill bit and just make some little holes in here, see what happens. Okay, I drilled about, I don't know, 8-10 holes or something in that line to spray water. And it's something that you can change if you get out in the water. It's not spraying enough, well, you can just modify it yourself and drill some more holes in there. Let's go ahead and finish mounting this thing. All right, there we go. There's the finished project. Use that plastic strap right here, fasten it in 3 spots. I think it's gonna hold up great. There's my recirc pump. All I'm gonna do is put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of this to glue it to Livewell, and then I'll just run my power out to my switch box, and we should be good to go. I think it's gonna turn out just fine. I won't know until I actually get in the water. I drilled those holes in the bottom of that tubing so it can spray, and until I get some actual water flowing through it, I won't know how that turned out, but I think it's going to be fine. I went ahead and drilled probably about 20 holes in there. I added a few more. It's really cold out here. Got a little cold front moving through, but hope you guys enjoy this mod video. It's pretty straightforward. It took about 30 minutes to do from start to finish. It's a easy mod, adding a recirculation pump to your live well. It's going to keep those fish alive a lot longer. It's going to add more air to the live well water when it's recirculating and all of that. Like I mentioned earlier, I made a boat mod playlist, and I'll leave that at the end of this video, and you guys can click on there and see what I've done in the past. I did the switch box, I did the hatch, and I've got several more to come, so keep checking back with me. Appreciate your time, appreciate your support, and until next time.